Hi, my name is Dawn Averitt. I decided to shoot this video outside because it's my most favorite place to be, and because I have to tell you my story about living with HIV. I was diagnosed in 1988 when I was 19 years old. It's almost 27 years ago now. And at the time that I was diagnosed, there was one drug to treat HIV. It was AZT, and we used it all wrong. And my outlook wasn't great. The doctors told me that life expectancy for somebody who was diagnosed when I was diagnosed was just about 6 months. So now here I am standing 27 years later, telling you a whole different story. When I first found out that I had HIV, I was terrified to tell anyone. The doctor said, don't read anything, it's too confusing. Don't tell anyone because it'll ruin your family's life. 1988 was kind of a scary time. And it took me a long time to get to the place where I could start telling people about my HIV status. And for me, that became my great liberation. It was an incredible experience to be able to control that secret and not let anybody else control it anymore. So for the first several years, I didn't take any treatment. After a 1-month stint of AZT that made me feel awful. And slowly but surely more drugs started to become available, and my health got to the point where I actually needed them. And so I started taking combination regimens at the very, very earliest point. And then I found out about a clinical trial of a protease inhibitor back in 1994. And I found a way to get on that study and start taking a protease, and then eventually a protease combination. And now, more than 20 years later, I tell people I'm a long-term survivor of protease inhibitors, not just HIV. But I've been extraordinarily fortunate. One of the hardest parts about being diagnosed with HIV for me was being told that I would never have children. And that was something that was a lot more tangible than you're going to die, which was terrifying, but not something I really understood. Somehow, not being able to have children was very real for me, and perhaps the hardest part about my diagnosis. Now I can tell you that I'm the mother of a healthy 10 and 12-year-old who are HIV negative, things that we never thought were possible when I was first diagnosed. We have made so many great advances, and we have so many great choices now. Know your status, get tested. There's something you can do. It's always easier to stay well than to get well. And join me on the fields as a soccer mom or whatever your passion is. For me, motherhood was mine. But it's been an incredible journey. At 46 years old, I have looked at decades that I never thought I would see. Good luck. Trust yourself. You're never alone. Reach out. And God bless.